Okay, the keyword here is almost. The last 6 months or so, I have literally been running around the US. Nothing new, nothing really new since I've been doing it for maybe, yeah, 18 months. Over time, it just gets mentally exhausting, especially when you have no plan or direction at all. Yes, I've been running around city to city trying to find answers or how I want to sustain my lifestyle in the future. Do I go back to work? Do I continue traveling? Like, what do I do? From the outside looking in, traveling looks like it's extremely extravagant, that it gets mentally exhausting running around from place to place, packing, unpacking, finding a new home for the day or the week or month or whatever it is. And yes, for a long time, I didn't realize that this lifestyle was not normal, and I thought it was for a really long time, but I realized that just the people that I'm surrounding myself with like the same kind of things that I like to do. Surfing couches, camping in cars, waking up for sunrises at 4 in the morning. And coming back home, I really felt like I was going through like QLC quarter life crisis, y'all. I think it's something that everyone in their mid-20s kind of goes through. I literally had to take a step back and look at my life from the outside in and realize just how much I've been doing. My really good friend helped me out with all this, and if it wasn't for him, I don't think I would get to this point that I am right now. And what he told me was to write literally the pros and cons of everything: my lifestyle, what I'm currently doing, next projects that I want to pick up, XYZ. And it sounds so simple, but actually guys, it's like the hardest thing to start, but this is like the most important thing I think that everybody needs to do for themselves. Pretty much writing everything out, I realized that no, there doesn't need to be a purpose for everything that you do. And even though sometimes society tells you that there has to be, that's not the case for everybody at all. And if you are going through this right now, I am telling you that you're doing great, you're doing fine. I'm not gonna tell you to keep moving on. I'm going to tell you to take a step back, reevaluate your life, look at your life from the outside in, write down all the pros and cons of everything that you're doing right now, what's bothering you, what's making you happy, what's making you sad, all the above. Again, like, it sounds so simple, but I think this is probably the most crucial step to actually see your thought come to life and to really do something about it. And I have to remind you that you have to give yourself credit for the things that you've already accomplished, because not everyone can do what you do. Whether or not that's losing 5 pounds or getting a new job or finally going to a place that you've been wishing to go to for so long, you have to give yourself some credit and some love. And believe me, there are so many things that I keep in my head for so long, things I say I'll do, things I think about and want to pursue, but I never do them. But then the moment I do write them down, they become that much more urgent for me to complete. And honestly, at the end of the day, if you really need to seek help, go do it. For the longest time, I thought I didn't need help at all because I was seriously a know-it-all. But what I have realized is that the older you get, the more immature you feel like you have been just because you thought you were a know-it-all. And I get it. I think it happens to the most of us. But ultimately, at the end of the day, guys, this is just the beginning of what is to come. Try to keep it at a minimum, because if you give yourself way too many options, then sometimes it just might overwhelm you. I mean, there are people who are really good at multitasking on different projects, but if you're starting from the beginning and you really have no direction whatsoever, I would really highly encourage you to keep it small and to kind of fixate your focus on just one thing instead of trying to diversify it and spreading yourself too thin. Because obviously the worst thing you can do for yourself is get overwhelmed, shut down, and then start comparing yourself to people, which I am like a total pro at doing, but I am trying to get better at it. And remember that you move at your own pace. You don't have to respond to anybody, and you have to do what's best for you to work on progressing yourself. Okay. Oh, and also guys, safe and happy travels, y'all. Bye.